Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. If you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Coinfantasy.io. I've touched base on Coinfantasy in the past on the channel, but we know that, with over 3,000 marketing messages that we receive every single day, the chance of you remembering about this one that I touched on a couple of weeks, maybe even a month ago, it's hard, right? Because, there's so much going on in the world. Now, I wanted to come back to it because sometimes we forget about things, right? It's human nature. But there's some key things that I want to talk about. First of all, there's been a full revamp of the website, which looks absolutely fantastic. I think they've done a really, really, really cool job with it. It is the world's first crypto fantasy game. Now, imagine going head-to-head against me in a portfolio challenge, right? You have your portfolio, I have my portfolio, and let's see who can win, who can come out on top. As we'll talk about, right? So fantasy leagues. So we obviously know about fantasy leagues in all different types of sports and industries, but it's now arrived in the crypto space, and I think that's really going to be a very unique opportunity for all of us, really, to be in this particular space. Now, when we do talk about coin fantasy, like the website is coinfantasy.io. For now, you don't really have anything that you need to do. It's just a matter of joining the waitlist. There is nothing for you to get yet. But I thought I'd bring it up now because now is the time to learn about it, so then you can be up to date. And of course, it goes without saying that Telegram and Twitter are really, really important to follow to stay up to date with these particular projects. So, earn big in 3 easy steps. So first of all, join a contest that you wish to participate in. Select a lineup of crypto tokens that would rise in value, and then win real money and plenty more amazing prizes. That's pretty simple, right? I guess the concept of it is not that difficult, right? To wrap your head around it. So Coinfantasy is the world's first decentralized fantasy gaming platform for crypto stock markets based on the play to earn model. They've created a unique zero-loss gameplay in which users earn money by just playing the game. To me, that's what I really like about it. And I like the shareability of it as well. For me, I think it's really, really important when we talk about crypto projects, how shareable is the project? Because that in itself has a huge impact in the long-term growth and overall success of the program. And if you don't think so, there are plenty of projects that I could tell you about that just never really got the marketing that they deserve to actually get out there to the public in a mass scale. Now, Coinfantasy aims to gamify crypto stock markets through its multiple categories of games, thus acting as a layer 2 platform on top of the primary markets. Initially, it would be launching the portfolio management fantasy game, in which anybody can build a lineup of crypto stocks and outsmart the opponents to win rewards. And so, for me, that's what I really like, right? So you can play against individuals or a whole team. And like I said, you could potentially play against me. So me versus you, who's going to come out on top when it comes to our portfolios. Now, like I said, the world of fantasy gaming and all these things, it's a big industry. This is a massive industry. It's not something small at all. The industry itself is very large. How large might you say? Well, the stock market is over 100 trillion. The crypto market is 2.5 trillion. And then you got crypto fantasy, which, at the moment, there's not that many competitors to coinfantasy.io, but it's about 100 billion. So there's a lot going on here. And Coinfantasy aims to create a niche space with a multi-billion-dollar opportunity that connects all 3 elements of the cryptocurrency market. The stock market, the crypto market, and the fantasy side, right? So there's some big things coming up. And then when you add NFT to it, it becomes really, really interesting how this all starts to come about. And all you have to do is just look at the partners involved, from Polygon to Avalanche to Uniland to Reef to TrustPad. There's some big names over there. And by the way, it is the first decentralized ownership of it, right? So you've got other competitors. So I was able to find Old Coin Fantasy and InvestR as other competitors to this, but they're both centralized, and this one is actually decentralized. So that within my research, because when you start to look at stuff, you look at, okay, cool, but what are the competitors like? who's around, who's doing something similar. And then this is decentralized. So I found that really, really interesting. So when I look at, why, there's a zero losses, users have the ability, users literally have no losses by participating in the fantasy games on the platform. So that to me is really cool. You got play to learn, you got social trading, you got metaverse, you got NFT cards, you got play to earn, and you got and all within a decentralized model. That to me is exciting. And like I said, 3 simple steps in order to get in, right? So you join the contest you wish to participate, select a lineup of crypto stocks that would rise in value, and then move from there. And like that, and you start to get in. You can play player versus player, player versus squad, and player versus the house is going to be available as well. So users can learn about the platform by playing against the house and win prizes as well. So you can actually play against Coinfantasy. Now, the NFT side of it, from what I've already gathered, is quite interesting. And there's going to be quite a few different elements to it. So you've got from custom illustrations to different categories to the ecosystem, and learning about who's involved in this as well. Like, if you do a little research on LinkedIn, you can actually see some of the people that are involved with this particular project. But in terms of the NFT space as well, like there's going to be different layers to them. There's going to be different traits. You got limited and rare NFTs making it more valuable. You got additional bonus points while playing against competitors if you have them, and then on top of that as well, you got exclusive access in metaverse for each crypto clubs based on the NFTs held as well. So that's going to become a part of it. Now, as these things launch, to me, what's really important is to stay up to date on Telegram, like Telegram and Twitter. As new rollouts happen, as things come about, you'll be able to learn more about it, right? For now, we don't know very much. What I do know is that there's going to be different levels of NFTs, and those levels will give you certain benefits in the future as well, including, exclusive access to things. And, users are able to level up. You got badges as well. So the gamification of this is very, very powerful. And that to me is what gets me really, really excited about Coinfantasy. Like for me, Coinfantasy, the gamification of this whole thing and how clever the team has thought about how to gamify every aspect of what they're up to me is really cool. Then there's going to be clubs. So Bitcoin Club, Polygon Club, Ethereum Club, Solana Club, Avalanche Club. And I'm sure there's going to be even more as we go along. So there's going to be groups and communities within communities. And that alone is very powerful as well. Again, anything that unites people is cool. Now, from an ecosystem point of view, you've got gaming as a service, you've got gamified launch pads, you've got lead generation for exchanges, and you've got community engagement with games. So there's quite a lot going on here, and it's not like a simple project that you can just wrap your head around within a couple of minutes. There's quite a bit going on. And the business model, when you dive deep and you really learn about this particular project, it's a very, very clever business model. Like, very clever business model. Like, I think that they've nailed it. I'm pretty excited about it launching. And that's why I thought I'd bring it up again, because, these things, like I said, it's been a while since my last video that I made on it. And while the markets are down, it's good to know about, all the different projects that are launching in the future as well. And like I said, I really like that. They've got a solid roadmap as well. So when you are researching, and I mean, some of the partners, grants recipients, and some of the investors, it's exciting. It's really, really exciting. Like I think that it's one of those things that for me personally, it ticks a lot of boxes. But where do you go from here? Well, look, jump on the website, learn as much as you can. Telegram, jump on there, learn as much as you can, from within the community. Twitter, like I said, Twitter is really important. Like when it comes to new projects, it's really, really important, to stay up to date every single step of the way. Like I said, the website, learn everything that you can. Join the waitlist. It's very simple. You just enter your email ID and then click submit, and then away you go. And like I said, from a team perspective point of view as well, check them out, learn about them and what they're up to and all that. And then if you do want to get in touch, you can also write them an email as well. So like if you have a specific question or something like that as well. But overall, for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit tight. I'm going to wait for the launch of this. And then when it does launch, I'm going to go in. And again, it's not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just telling you what the Serpent is going to be doing. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.